about Diddy. He's been the subject of several lawsuits, including sexual assault, and now a longtime friend, Ashton Kutcher, is reportedly concerned about being drawn up into the Diddy drama due to his friendship with the rapper.
My entrepreneurs, all my hustlers, do not think that you're the only one that's having a hard time, okay? I'm having a hard time at my level. There's always different levels to it, and there's different levels to the hard time, but we all having a hard time.
Right, I'm saying, but these Epstein-like characters have existed throughout history, whether they were kings or what, human beings are human beings universally, so.
How did Ashton Kutcher, famed for his comedic antics, find himself entangled in serious legal woes alongside Sean Diddy Combs? Picture this, Ashton potentially testifying against his longtime pal Diddy, who's under scrutiny for grave offenses. But the plot thickens. Amidst this legal saga, Ashton and Mila Kunis face backlash for supporting a convicted friend. Now, as government agents raid Diddy's properties, the public clamors for answers. With a cherished friendship at stake, will Ashton distance himself, or will this ordeal unveil deeper secrets? This tale brims with intrigue and suspense, leaving many questions unanswered.
The two go way back, we know this. They have a friendship that stretches back decades, as they have hosted MTV shows together and also have talked highly of each other throughout the years. But now Ashton has not publicly weighed in on the probe with Combs and about him since the feds raided two of the mogul's homes last.
Ashton Kutcher finds himself potentially entangled in legal proceedings as he faces requests to divulge information concerning his longtime friend Diddy. This unfolds as part of a probe into allegations of trafficking connected to Combs. The timing is notable, especially after Kutcher and his spouse, Mila Kunis, faced scrutiny for their public support of Danny Masterson, recently convicted of rape. Simultaneously, federal agents from Homeland Security Investigations executed searches on Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. Meanwhile, law enforcement apprehended Brendan Paul, purportedly linked to Combs, on charges of drug transportation. Despite their years of friendship, spanning back to Ashton's days hosting Punk'd, Kutcher remains tight-lipped regarding the unfolding scandal.
Diddy's longtime friend, Ashton Kutcher, is expecting to be subpoenaed over the Diddy probe as feds continue to expand their search.
According to insiders, close associates of Ashton Kutcher revealed that his wife, Mila, aged 40, has explicitly instructed him to refrain from any involvement in the matter. There seems to be no inclination whatsoever from Ashton or Mila to publicly support Diddy at this juncture, as relayed exclusively to dailymail.com by a reliable source.
Despite Ashton's long-standing acquaintance with Diddy, he has noticeably distanced himself, particularly since Cassie's lawsuit, and now more so with the emergence of new legal issues. Mila is adamant about maintaining this separation, prohibiting Ashton from engaging in any form of communication. Sources suggest Ashton is bracing himself for a subpoena, given their two-decade-long friendship.
A source says, quote, "There is no way Ashton or Mila will be showing any sort of public support for Diddy right now. Regardless of Ashton's longtime history with him, he has distanced himself from Diddy since Cassie's lawsuit, and even more so in the wake of the new ones. Mila will not let Ashton be in any sort of contact. He is expecting a subpoena as they have been good friends for 20 years.
In October 2023, Ashton and his spouse Mila Kunis, who is 40 years old, garnered attention for their controversial act of penning letters in support of their former That 70s Show colleague Danny. The couple urged leniency from the judge as Danny, age 47, faced a 30-year prison sentence following convictions for raping two women. Their letters, revealed by the Daily Mail, extolled Danny's virtues, with both Ashton and Mila commending his consistent display of respect, fairness, and kindness towards others. Following widespread criticism, Ashton and Mila, married since 2015 and parents of two children, released a public apology video. Additionally, Ashton stepped down from his role as chair of an organization dedicated to combating child mistreatment. In a conversation with dailymail.com, the insider disclosed that Ashton and Mila have deliberately maintained a low profile since the controversy involving their support for Danny Masterson. they are determined not to entangle themselves in the current situation, instead focusing on nurturing their family and marriage. The couple is relishing a serene domestic life at present. The Insider further revealed that Ashton and Diddy share a long-standing friendship spanning over 2 decades. Both have commended each other in various interviews. During an appearance on The Late Late Show with James Corden in 2018, Diddy reminisced about how Ashton's MTV show Punk'd, which aired from 2003 to 2007, served as the initial connection between them. Recalling a humorous incident, Diddy recounted cautioning Ashton against pranking him, citing a previous episode featuring Kanye West as a risky venture.
I think like one of my favorite ones is one that we did at the end. We punked Drake and we created an earthquake inside of a parking garage. Like, a lot of people didn't see it, but we legitimately like turned a parking garage into an earthquake zone. And he was in the car and we started like rattling the car and the whole garage. And he jumped in his buddy's lap and he's like literally, he fetal up.
In a 2019 interview on Sean Evans' Hot Ones, Ashton delved further into his friendship with the rapper. Not only has he expressed his support for the rapper at various public events, but he's also been seen standing by his side. Back in 2007, Ashton attended Diddy's grand Unforgivable Woman fragrance launch in New York. Later, he found himself among the elite guests invited to Diddy's renowned annual White Party in Los Angeles in 2009. It was there that he captured a moment with the music mogul and actress Demi Moore, who happens to be 61 years old. Recently, on March 24th, federal authorities conducted a search of Diddy's residences as part of an ongoing trafficking inquiry in New York. Despite the ordeal, the musician remained unarrested and fully cooperated with the authorities. However, his sons Justin, aged 30, and King, aged 26, found themselves in handcuffs during the operation. The attorney representing him subsequently condemned the excessive utilization of military-grade force by the authorities, deeming it unjustifiable. He asserted that the aggressive actions towards his children and employees were unwarranted. Additionally, he emphasized that Diddy had not been arrested, but rather had communicated and cooperated with the authorities. Contrary to media speculation, neither Diddy nor any of his family members have faced arrest, and their freedom to travel remains unrestricted, clarified the statement.
We all having a hard time achieving what we want to achieve. People in our rage, bureaucracy, red tape, this, hit that button, get to it, and get it done.
Months following accusations of rape and ongoing mistreatment by Cassie, Diddy's former girlfriend, raids took place. Cassie had filed a lawsuit in November, alleging Diddy's control and mistreatment over a span of more than a decade. The lawsuit accused him of administering drugs, mistreating her, and coercing her into encounters with multiple male prostitutes while he observed and recorded. The couple, who began their relationship in 2005 when Cassie was 19, went their separate ways in 2018. The lawsuit claimed that just before their split, Diddy forcefully entered her residence and raped her. Diddy vehemently refuted all the allegations, labeling them as offensive and outrageous. The federal lawsuit was swiftly resolved as both parties issued statements announcing a mutual agreement. No explicit details regarding the settlement terms were divulged. A spokesperson for Diddy vehemently refuted the allegations, dismissing them as a mere money-driven ploy. This development followed another individual's accusation against the hip-hop mogul and his entourage, alleging gang rape when she was 17 years old. Diddy took to Twitter to deny all allegations, labeling them as opportunistic endeavors for financial gain. However, the lawsuit alleges that Diddy exerted strict control over every facet of Cassie Ventura's life, from her professional endeavors to her personal medical records. Allegedly, he exhibited frequent aggression, physically mistreating her on multiple occasions throughout the year and supplying her with excessive amounts of substances.
I asked 50 about that, and he said you were sounding real suspect on the interview.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Of course, I didn't see it.
No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I swear to God.
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play something.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man.
The accusation further asserts that Diddy compelled Cassie into participating in personal encounters with other people, purportedly overseeing and documenting them. Cassie reveals she refrained from reporting to the authorities out of fear that it would exacerbate harm from Diddy. She recounts a disturbing event from 2018 when Diddy allegedly invaded her home and inflicted harm despite her persistent objections. Numerous witnesses, including singer-songwriter Tiffany Red, corroborate Cassie's assertions, recounting instances of mistreatment they witnessed. Diddy's legal representative refutes all allegations, dismissing the lawsuit as replete with groundless falsehoods.
Filed a $30 million lawsuit against Diddy. Y'all, I read the documents, and this man is going to hell. Like, he is going to hell, and he is going to jail. She is accusing him of years of physical abuse. And our word, she stated that he forced her to sleep with male prostitutes while he recorded and forced himself onto her throughout their relationship.
Cassie and Diddy swiftly reached a resolution on the lawsuit, opting to keep the specifics confidential. Cassie expressed her gratitude for the support from her family, fans, and legal team, emphasizing that she had resolved the issue amicably. However, following the settlement, 4 additional individuals emerged with allegations against Diddy. Liza Gardner brought forth a legal action, asserting she was manipulated into a compromising situation with Diddy and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall. Another accusation surfaced from Joy Dickerson-Neal, claiming Diddy subjected her to substances and mistreatment during a 1991 encounter. Diddy's spokesperson swiftly rebuffed these allegations, branding them as fictitious and suggesting the accusers were exploiting legal channels for personal gain. Adding to the legal saga, a woman known as Jane Doe initiated a lawsuit alleging mistreatment by Diddy, his associate Harve Pierre, and an unidentified individual at Diddy's recording studio when she was just 17 years old. Accompanying the complaint were purported photographs from that night at the studio, one of which depicts her seated on Diddy's lap in February.
That she met Diddy and Aaron Hall at an Uptown Records party held at the company's offices in New York and hosted by MCA Records. The filing says Combs and Hall were very flirtatious and handsy with Jane Doe and her friend, offering them drinks throughout the night. As the party was nearing its end, Diddy and Hall allegedly invited Jane Doe and her friend back to Hall's place to continue the celebration.
A federal lawsuit has been lodged against Diddy by his former producer and videographer, alleging mistreatment, substance provision, and threats. Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who collaborated with Diddy on his latest album and resided with him, claims in the lawsuit that he experienced continuous inappropriate touching from Diddy. Jones further alleges waking up disoriented and unclothed in bed alongside Diddy and 2 other individuals, purportedly under the influence of substances provided by Diddy. This legal action doesn't solely target Diddy. Jones implicates several prominent figures in the music industry, accusing them of complicity in Diddy's purported wrongdoing. Jones claims to possess a veritable goldmine of evidence, countless hours of footage and audio recordings depicting Diddy, his entourage, and their associates involved in egregious illegal activities. What adds another layer of intrigue is the lineup of defendants in the impending lawsuit, which reads like a roll call of music industry titans. Among those thrust into the spotlight are Lucian Grange, the CEO of Universal Music, the former CEO of Motown Records, Ethiopia Habtemariam, Diddy's chief of staff, Christina Coram, and perhaps most startlingly, Diddy's own son, Justin. Brace yourself for what promises to be a legal saga of epic proportions.
Security reasons, my family, friends, and everyone close to me, it just feels like there's a lot of potential threats, and everybody's just telling me what he's allegedly capable of, and it's very scary for myself, and it has me worried about my kids, and just sleeping with anxiety and different things like that. So just moving forward.
Diddy's legal team vehemently denies Jones's allegations, dismissing them as baseless. Diddy personally counters each claim, expressing dismay at the apparent motive to smear his character for monetary reasons. However, these accusations have not been without consequences. Diddy has chosen to step down temporarily from his role as chairman of Revolt, the media platform he founded, in order to focus on his legal defense. Additionally, Capital Prep Harlem, the school he established, has severed its ties with him. Furthermore, a reality show featuring Diddy and his family, which was in the early stages of development on Hulu, has been put on hold due to the controversy surrounding these claims. Let's switch focus to Cat Williams, who recently stirred up quite a commotion in both the online sphere and the entertainment industry. During his appearance on the Club Shay Shay podcast, he unleashed some significant revelations about Diddy. Williams didn't hold back, addressing various topics that have been making rounds on social media. Among these, he made allegations against Cedric the Entertainer for supposedly appropriating his top-notch joke back in the 90s. However, it was his remarks regarding Diddy's penchant for partying that truly grabbed everyone's attention, delivered in his signature, distinctive style.
And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
Diddy's penchant for partying, as described by Cat Williams, confirms his own encounters with the music mogul. Williams recounts instances where he had to assert boundaries by declining certain invitations. This quote has circulated on social media and various platforms, sparking lively discussions among fans who share their interpretations and reactions. What's particularly noteworthy is Williams' insight into potential outcomes if investigators were to raid Diddy's house. Cat suggests a pivotal turn if they explore his abode, even though he might have stashed away his secrets. Yet, there remains a chance for investigators to unearth a damning clue that could spell trouble for Diddy. Many are now rallying behind Cat's insight into Diddy's potential downfall in 2024, sparking speculation about the fate of other predators in the entertainment realm. It's evident that this situation casts a shadow over other notable figures like Jay-Z, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, T.D. Jakes, and others. If you've been following Cat's remarks, it's evident he's adamant that wrongdoers will face consequences this year.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
Despite Diddy's legal team dismissing the raids as a mere witch hunt, doubts persist among many. These uncertainties are rooted in long-standing whispers about Diddy's conduct, with more individuals stepping forward with allegations of impropriety. The notion of Diddy's involvement in such activities doesn't seem implausible to some, especially considering the growing number of accusers and the seriousness of the accusations. Amidst this uncertainty, speculation swirls regarding whether Cat Williams will divulge further revelations about Diddy. Fans even recall Williams supposedly predicting such events for 2024. As conversations persist and public sentiment remains divided, the possibility of more revelations looms. Combs, a multifaceted artist excelling as both a producer and rapper, emerged as a prominent figure spanning the realms of music, media, and fashion. Establishing Bad Boy Records in the vibrant landscape of New York back in 1993 during his formative years, Combs swiftly inked a deal with Notorious Big, whose groundbreaking albums became emblematic of the era's New York hip-hop scene. Witnessing exponential growth, Bad Boy Records evolved into a thriving enterprise, with Combs at the helm, nurturing iconic 90s acts such as Jodeci and Mary J. Blige. When Biggie was killed in 1997, Combs released a Grammy-winning tribute, I'll Be Missing You, which helped inaugurate a commercial boom in hip-hop that lasted until the end of the 90s, according to Michael Spector of The New Yorker. Combs was a pioneer in merging the realms of hip-hop, entrepreneurship, and opulence. Establishing his fashion empire, Sean John, in 1998, he crafted a reputation for exquisite men's attire. Additionally, he championed vodka and tequila brands while orchestrating lavish white-themed soirees in the Hamptons, graced by luminaries such as Martha Stewart. Despite his diminished prominence compared to the 1990s, Combs still maintains his status as a wealthy and influential celebrity. Last autumn, he orchestrated a lavish affair combining an album release with his birthday celebration, drawing the likes of Naomi Campbell and Janet Jackson. Additionally, he mesmerized a packed audience in London with a sold-out performance and made a memorable appearance at Howard University's homecoming, stunning everyone with a surprise donation of $1 million to his alma mater. As Combs forged ahead with expanding his empire, allegations of violence shadowed his rise. In 1999, he found himself in legal trouble after allegedly mistreating another executive using unconventional weapons, a chair, a phone, and even a champagne bottle. As reported by The New Yorker, this incident led to a fine and mandated anger management classes. In the same year, he was embroiled in a shooting incident at a Manhattan club during a party attended by him and his then-girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez.
Nobody really wants to be arrested or handcuffed or, go through all that kind of stuff. It's a really traumatic experience.
Although witnesses claim to have seen him armed, Combs emerged from a highly publicized trial acquitted of all charges, adding yet another dramatic chapter to his storied life. Accusations of threats and violence towards women have also surfaced against him. In a 2019 interview, his former partner Gina Huyn revealed an incident where he hurled a shoe at her and forcefully pulled her by the hair. However, these allegations remained largely unnoticed by the public eye until this moment.
Kill him with kindness. And they literally switch up. They switch up every time when you reply messages with love. It's weird. But
last year, a group of women stepped into the spotlight propelled by the momentum of two groundbreaking New York laws. These legal reforms, notably one instrumental in E. Jean Carroll's landmark case against Donald Trump for allegations of mistreatment and defamation, provided a narrow opportunity for individuals to pursue civil lawsuits despite the expiration of the statute of limitations. As one of these legal windows shuttered in late November, it triggered a surge of complaints, marking a significant moment in the fight against mistreatment. Although the allegations primarily pertain to past behavior, the legal documents filed in February by Rodney Jones Jr., also known as Lil Rod, assert that Combs subjected him to unwelcome physical contact and allegedly attempted to groom him during their collaboration on the Love album, Off the Grid in 2022 and 2023. Jones says that at a party in 2023, he was forced to drink tequila mixed with drugs, then woke up naked with a worker sleeping next to him. He alleges that Combs employed both financial incentives and intimidation tactics, including threats of violence, to coerce him into soliciting workers and engaging in shady activities with them. Combs has denied Jones's allegations. In a statement, Sean Holley, a lawyer for Combs, said, "We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies." Following the flurry of civil lawsuits, recent operations conducted in March in Los Angeles and Miami Beach suggest a deeper criminal probe underway. As reported by The Times, these raids targeted residences linked to the rapper and are believed to be linked to an investigation spearheaded by federal prosecutors in the Southern District of New York, alongside agents from the Department of Homeland Security. Limited information surfaced shortly after the events, and attorneys representing Combs have yet to address inquiries from Vox or The Times. Nevertheless, the recent raids hint at a possible escalation in the Combs affair, as sources within law enforcement informed the Los Angeles Times of their connection to allegations of trafficking.
Search warrant, and I've written numerous search warrants as a former prosecutor, and they've been gone out to execute a search warrant as part of the officers. In terms of how it was executed and the force that they used, they immediately tried to detain any individuals that are inside of the home, and that's to just make sure they, one, identify who they are, but number two, and primarily the reason, is for their own safety, the safety of the individual.
Reports swirled that Combs had fled the nation on Monday, purportedly jetting off to Antigua aboard his private aircraft. Yet his presence was soon confirmed at Miami Opa-locka Airport. Despite the uncertainty surrounding his movements, ongoing inquiries in both Los Angeles and Miami Beach have thrust the rapper back into the glaring spotlight of public scrutiny. The surge in alarming reports, filled with unsettling specifics, has prompted corporations and prominent figures in the realms of media and commerce to sever their connections with the rapper. Diageo, the beverage giant that once collaborated with Combs on vodka and tequila ventures, swiftly removed any trace of his presence from its online platforms. Similarly, Capital Preparatory Schools, a charter school network in New York that benefited from Combs' involvement in its expansion, publicly announced its decision to disassociate from him, albeit this announcement was later retracted. Additionally, Combs voluntarily relinquished his role as chairman of Revolt, a television network he co-founded back in 2013. Amidst a flurry of allegations rocking the music industry, the legal battles involving Combs are unfolding. Alongside these, other prominent figures are facing similar accusations. Last November, a lawsuit emerged against Neil Portnow, the former head of the Grammy Awards, alleging he drugged and mistreated a woman in 2018. Simultaneously, another lawsuit was filed by a former employee against music executive LA babyface, Reed, alleging mistreatment that irreparably harmed her music career. These occurrences coincide with a period where Ye, a prominent figure in music and fashion, shares similarities with Diddy in his career trajectory. However, Ye has faced significant setbacks, losing numerous brand partnerships due to public outcry over his controversial remarks. Additionally, allegations of prolonged verbal mistreatment have surfaced, suggesting a potential pattern that had been shielded from the public eye, likely due to the lucrative nature of brand collaborations with him. Meanwhile, here is what Diddy's former bodyguard Gene Deal said about the recent developments.
Because they used the civil cases and found that there was some criminal activity that may have been found at some one of those people who, like Cassie, Jonathan Odie didn't have a civil case against him, but Cassie, Jonathan Odie, and Lil Rod, they used the evidence that they had or the statements they made and convinced the judge that there was enough probable cause to go in there with a search warrant.
The unfolding legal saga involving Sean Diddy Combs has thrust several high-profile celebrities, including Ashton Kutcher, into a whirlwind of controversy and speculation. As allegations of trafficking and other serious offenses mount against Combs, the entertainment industry finds itself at a crossroads, grappling with the broader issue of accountability and transparency. Ashton Kutcher and his wife Mila Kunis have strategically distanced themselves from the unfolding scandal, choosing to focus on their family and personal lives. Despite their long-standing friendship with Combs, the couple seems determined to avoid becoming entangled in the legal proceedings, with insiders suggesting they are preparing for possible legal involvement. The accusations against Combs have not only tarnished his reputation, but also impacted his professional ventures. From stepping down as chairman of Revolt to facing severed ties with Capital Prep Harlem, Combs is navigating a precarious path both personally and professionally. The recent federal raids on his properties and the emergence of multiple accusers indicate a deeper criminal probe underway, with the potential to reshape the landscape of the music industry. The entertainment world is witnessing a seismic shift, with allegations of misconduct coming to light and leading to significant repercussions for those involved. As more individuals step forward with allegations against prominent figures, the industry is facing a reckoning, prompting discussions about accountability, reform, and the need for a safer environment for all. The intricate web of relationships, allegations, and legal battles continues to unfold, leaving the public with more questions than answers. As the investigation into Combs and others intensifies, the world watches with bated breath, awaiting the next chapter in this gripping saga. Whether justice will be served and the truth unveiled remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. The entertainment industry is undergoing a period of introspection and change that will undoubtedly shape its future for years to come. So, that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned and we will catch you in the next video. Thanks!